Okay, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining tonight. My name is Jennifer Bento-Pinion. I'm here at MEFA on the college planning team as director of MEFA Pathway. And tonight we are going to take about 20 to 30 minutes to take a walkthrough of the features of our middle school portal. So you'll get a good understanding of how students can take advantage of the resources available within MEFA Pathway. So just a couple of housekeeping items before we get started. I will keep everyone on mute throughout the presentation just to keep, cut back on the background noise. And this session is being recorded. So I will send an email probably tomorrow, which will have a link to the recording along with my contact information for any follow-up questions or inquiries. So as an extension of all of the great resources that MEFA offers, MEFA Pathway is a cost-free, comprehensive college and career planning online web portal that's available for students in grades 6 through 12. This is a free resource that MEFA offers, and MEFA Pathway is an engaging, intuitive, interactive program which supports and guides post-secondary planning for all types of students. So we know that every student's path is different, and so MEFA Pathway is not a one-size-fits-all approach to future planning. So it's been proven that early exploration and discovery is beneficial as it allows the student to start identifying and assessing how their interests, skills, and values and talents align with a possible career path. And MEFA Pathway helps to facilitate this. So when a student creates an account in grades 6, 7, or 8, they will see activities appropriate for those grades. And then when they progress to grade 9, their MEFA Pathway account stays with them. They do not have to create a new username or password. And that account transitions with them seamlessly. And then they will see different activities than they previously completed in the high school portal. So it's super easy for a student to register an account as a new user. So you can see I'm on our landing page here. Our main page is mefapathway.org. So when your student comes in to register as a new user, they just click on I'm a student. And then for those students under age 14 who do not go to one of our affiliate schools, let me just show you our list of affiliate participating schools here. So currently we have 96 affiliate schools. So being an affiliate school means that the school has decided to integrate MEFA Pathway within their curriculum and use MEFA Pathway as their premier college and career planning platform. So no need to fear if your student is not one of these, does not go to one of these affiliate schools, they can still register an account and have access to the same exact resources that a student that goes to an affiliate school. The only difference is that when the student goes through the registration process, if the student is under 14, the system will prompt a parent consent that can be completed online or manually. So the student just provides the parent email address, and then they would get that information. So I'll just show you here. So the student first-time user, they click register here, and then they just go through this registration process. So basic information, first name, last name, date of birth. They do have to properly put in the format. If not, they'll get a little pop-up that says they need to follow the format. They select the city or town that their school is in. So just as an example, if we select Acton here, it's just top of the list, all the schools in Acton populate in this drop-down box, and the student then just selects the school that they attend. So then on the following pages, the student creates a username, they create a password, they do create 2 security questions. So they actually make those up. And so in addition, they will input an email address. So the email address or the security questions are used if the student needs to reset their username or password. So very simple registration process. Once they create those credentials, then obviously when they go to log in, they just put that username and password right in. And so I am going to log into my test account here, Willoughby. And so when the student logs in first, they will be brought to this dashboard. So this dashboard shows what grade level the student is in. And it just gives them a great little progress bar at the top here, encouraging words, nice work, you've been very active. And then as we scroll down, you'll see we have different areas on the dashboard that it gives an easily accessible place to view certain tasks and topics that are relevant to the planning for their future. So as they complete different tasks, so as we scroll down here to the bottom, they can earn these virtual badges as a reward that encourages use and progress. So the student will always see this dashboard when they log in. So I am going to just go right across these top tabs here and show you, give you a little walkthrough of what we have here. So let's start off with the profile details. So the profile, and I'll call these out as we go through. The profile details is a feature that will stick with the student as they transition. So when all of the information that they're adding within these profile pages, unless they delete any of it, will stick with them, through the high school. So what the student is doing is within these pages, they're adding, sports, clubs, honors, awards, extracurricular activities, community service, in order to build a foundation for a resume. So we want students to think about activities that they're involved in both inside and outside of school. So when talking about a resume too, it's really important to teach a student, why is a resume important, and why are we encouraging students to be well-rounded and to keep track of all of these great things that they're doing both inside and outside of school. And what's the difference between a resume for a college application as opposed to a resume for a job application? So all of these conversations, can happen at a very early age. So let me just pop into the activities page here just to show you how easy it is for students to add information to those within the profile. So as you can see, my girl Willa here has been pretty busy. She already has a handful of activities that she's added, but I'm just going to show you by clicking Add New. Very simple. The student can either select from the type of activity from the drop-down box here, or if they don't find what they're looking for, they can just select other. Then they select the grades they were involved, when were they involved, do you plan to continue at college? And depending if this is applicable, position held, or they can add a description. So anything that they type in, they want to make certain that they're capitalizing properly, spelling is accurate, because there isn't a spell check on this. So you want the student to really make sure that they're, however they're typing this in and saving is how it would appear on when they go to put their resume together. So they just click save. And then once they've saved the information, it would then appear on this main activities page. So the student would know that it is saved. So this is something that the student can start at an early age, but they build upon it. And maybe when they get to grades 10, 11, they're taking off some of the things that they put on in the earlier grades, but this is just a really great way for students to get in the habit of coming into MEFA Pathway and updating these profile pages. So once they start working through their profile details, we're going to jump over to the resume builder here. So the student, very simply, very easy to do here, the student can create as many drafts of a resume as they like. They can add an objective if they choose to do so. And then as we scroll down here, you'll see that all of the different information that the student has added within their profile details appear on this list. So, and they're automatically checked off. And when a student creates a draft, they will deselect what they do not want to appear on a particular draft. So if they don't want this particular activity, they just check that box, and now this will not appear on that particular draft. So I have a couple saved here. So let me go to my saved resumes and just, so that the student would, again, if they want to add an objective, select those activities, clubs, sports that they want to appear in a particular draft, and then they save that. They can put a date on it, put a name on it. But then here's what that draft looks like. So we have a very tidy looking resume here. And from here, the student can change the resume style if they like, change it to modern. And then from here, they can download this as a PDF and or download as a Word doc. So if they're downloading as a Word doc, they can obviously manipulate that further, change the font, change the order, that sort of thing. So a very easy way, you know, this template is a great way. And again, I don't even know what the limit is to how many drafts a student can save. I haven't gotten to that limit yet. All right, so next up, we'll look at, we're just gonna go cruising right through these little tabs here. So the digital portfolio. So this is a visual representation of the student's journey through MEFA Pathway. And this grows and changes as the student learns more about themselves. They identify affinities and grow their aptitudes and accomplishments. So this sticks with the student through high school. So once they start adding interests, activities populate automatically from the profile details, as do the skills and the honors and awards piece. They have a link directly to that resume page. They can add their favorite subjects if they like. They can identify a future plan. All of what is on this page here, this digital portfolio page, is editable. So if they, if they identify a future path now as a 2-year public college, and then maybe 2 years from now, they've changed their mind and they want to go into the military, and they can update that and save it. So it's very, again, it will grow, this page will grow and change as the student does. And their careers, I'll show you the career piece in just a moment here. And when a student favorites careers, they appear on the right-hand side here. So this page, the student can download this if they choose to and print it out. All right, next up, goals and strategies. So this may be one of my favorite pages in the site. And this is another page that transitions with the student. So this is where the student can start adding both short and long-term academic, personal, and career goals. And then they can match those goals up with strategies. How are they going to meet those goals? So as you can see here, I have a couple as an example. Run 4 miles 3 times per week. That they want to complete a road race. That's the goal. Complete a road race. And then what's the strategy? They're going to run 4 miles 3 times per week. They can edit this, they can remove this, they can update once they've completed a goal. They can come in and update that as completed. And so the student can add up to 3 of each of these types of goals. So great conversations to have, again, early with the students, thinking about goals and how they're going to meet those goals. All right, so now we're going to jump over to the Discover Careers pages here. So we have within these little sub pages here, we want students to start engaging in activities in our careers discovery zone. This is where the students can explore what careers may be of interest to them in their future. So these are fun games available for the middle school grades that are age appropriate, intuitive, and they facilitate and encourage exploration in a number of areas. So we have 4 activities here. We have everyday things. This allows the student to explore careers based on subjects or activities they enjoy. The Says Who exposes students to various careers by identifying on-the-job tasks related to specific work environments. We have favorite subjects, and this shows the student the connection between the subjects studied in school to potential college majors and career options. And then the Would You Rather allows students to answer a series of questions to help discover career categories of interest. So let's just take, I won't go through them all, but let's just take one of them. Let's check out the Would You Rather. So all of the activities lend themselves to looking at the career details of occupations that they would like to. So let's play this would you rather. So would you rather study crops, plants, and soil in order to develop conservation and management? Or would you rather officiate a sporting event? All right, so I'm going to say yes to this one. When you click yes, you can learn more. So here things you might be interested in becoming a plant scientist. If we click learn more, this will tell us a little bit more about a plant scientist. Student has the option to save this occupation to their list if they like, or they don't have to. As you can see, there's the career cluster of categories is here, as is the required education level, areas of knowledge, important to note, and then the median wage. So then the student can continue on in this activity. Go on to the next. Would you rather cut, trim, bone, tie, and grind meats, or would you rather care for athletic injuries? All right, so I'm just going to go through this. You kind of get the idea. I'm just going to go through this kind of randomly here so you can see what the result is. I'm totally random. All right, and as you can see, it's not super long, so it keeps the interest of the student. But based on my selection, we can see that my interests lie strongly in the health and human service category or career cluster. So then from here, the student can play again if they like, or they can go over to one of the other activity, career discovery zone activities. So none of the results are saved. What is saved is if the student wants to save a career to their list. And we did that purposefully because we want students to have fun with it, and it really lends itself to going back and playing again and just enjoying themselves. So the career search page is, let's see here. So this is our main career search page, and that's right under that Discover Careers page. So the career search page really opens up the door to even further discovery by allowing the student to search careers by category on the left here, and or education level. So just doing a quick little example here. So let's say my student is interested in health and human services, and they are thinking that they would like to go to school for 2 years. So I add those filters in, and based on my category and my education level, we can now see that we have a list of 39 careers that are found. We can save this search if we like. If we like this criteria, we want to save the search, we can just click Save Search and name it and come back to it another time. But then from here, the student, they have these 39 careers on this list potentially to start checking out. And let's just click on the first one here. So we have acute care nurse. So this brings us to quite a detailed page that gives a lot of information on this particular career. So general information at the top. They can look at the wages. They can toggle over. There's the annual, but they can toggle over to the hourly wage if they like. Required education level. And then as we scroll down, we have a lot of detail: daily tasks, work activities, what preparation is required for this occupation, knowledge, skills, etc. And this one doesn't happen to, but many of the careers offer a little video, so that the student would click on the video. It's about a 90-second video of a person speaking about what they do. They're an acute care nurse and what they do in a day, and so that's kind of neat. This one didn't happen to have one. And then again, I mentioned the career list earlier. The student can add any careers to their career list. So this just helps them kind of organize what they're maybe thinking about. They can assess if they are adding careers to this list that fall into the same category. Maybe they're looking, maybe they have many careers that fall into the business management and admin area. So student can favorite any of these careers. And again, once they favorite a career, it then appears on that digital portfolio page. All right. So a lot going on within these Discover career pages here. And then last but not least, we have the Pay for College resources here. And the pay for college, let's see, first we have our financial literacy page. So this allows the student to start learning about financial literacy and gives tips about how to understand how money works and how to manage it. So you can see there are a number of different topics here. And then the other piece is that we offer some information on budgets. So the student can actually download a sample budget and to really get them thinking about money management and learn how a particular career choice may affect other aspects of their life. So, again, great conversations to start having early with students. All right. So I would say we're going to wrap this up, but I would say to certainly encourage your students to register an account in mefapathway.org as a new student, and to start taking of all of these great resources and guidance that the platform has to offer. There's so much. I only took a very short amount of time, but when students, I've seen it firsthand, when students get into this platform and start poking around in it and looking at careers, they get excited about the prospects, and they're learning about different things that maybe they hadn't really thought about, and then building out a plan for high school and beyond. So, and one last thing before I let you go, I'm going to log out here. If you go to the For Parents page, this will show you our upcoming webinars that we have. So please feel free to join. We offer many different topics for both the middle school and the high school portal. So some are minis, they're 15 minutes long, some are a little longer. So we encourage you to join us again on another evening. So thank you for joining. I will, as I said earlier, I will send an email with the recording of this. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me directly. You'll have my contact information. And thank you so much for joining this evening. Okay, take care.